Thank you, everyone, for joining me for this topic of discussion on Semitic languages. We are looking at Hebrew and Aramaic. Aramaic languages right now are in Lebanon, Syria, Israel, Iraq, and Iran. According to Babel.com, these are the nations that still use the Semitic Aramaic language today. The nations of ancient times were the Canaanites, the Moabites, the Edomites, the Babylonians, the Assyrians, etc. Israel took the land that Yahweh gave them when he brought them to the promised land, and they adopted their language from the Aramaic alphabet. In the Hebrew alphabet today in use is the modern square script in Israel, also known as the Jewish script, the Katav Ashuri, block script. The Masoretic text is written in Hebrew with a few sections of Daniel in Aramaic. There are 24 books in the Hebrew Bible, the Tanakh. Hebrew is read from right to left. Aramaic, Phoenician, and Arabic also read from right to left. Aramaic, Hebrew, and Phoenician languages are very close. And I'm sorry that this is not more clear. Listed here are the Phoenician, Imperial Aramaic Handwritten, Syriac, Estrangelo, Serta, and Hebrew. The Aramaic has 23 consonants and no vowels. According to World History Encyclopedia, Phoenician is a Canaanite language that is closely related to Hebrew. On the previous chart, they are both from Aramaic languages. A Phoenician obelisk is also on the World History Encyclopedia website, which is worth checking out. Paleo-Hebrew came to be written in 1000 BC. Paleo-Hebrew is what many people like to use for Yahweh's name when showing it in writing. Now, the Paleo-Hebrew did come about in the 10th century BC. The Phoenician Tetragrammaton is the 12th century BC, and the modern Hebrew square script is the 3rd century BC, which is in use today. In the Bible, in Genesis 14:13, it identifies Abraham as a Hebrew. Hebrew means to cross over, crossing over from his false deity religion to follow the one true HalleluYAH, Yahweh. The Bible is a factual book with dates that helps us to know more about the patriarchs and their HalleluYAH. Tribes were known by the deity they worshipped. After the Tower of Babel, the people dispersed and became tribes and nations with their own languages. Not long after the flood, Abraham was called out from his people and became a Hebrew. In the land of Ur, Abraham's people were pagan deity worshippers, but Abraham chose to follow Yahweh. So basically, he crossed over from worshiping false deities to worshiping the one true HalleluYAH. And then he was called Hebrew in Genesis for the first time. The Paleo-Hebrew alphabet chart is, as you can see here, it doesn't look like the other charts. This is very old language, and Hebrew has developed over the years into what we have now as modern Hebrew. There is a lot to learn in the Hebrew language. It is one of the most ancient of languages. It was almost lost, but a Jewish man by the name of Ben Yehuda in 1881 went to Palestine to try and bring back the almost lost language. Thankfully, he did very well. When the Dead Sea Scrolls were found in 1947, they had the books of the Bible in Jewish, or also called Assyrian square script, according to dsscollections.imj.org. 14 biblical scrolls are written in ancient Hebrew. Hebrew writing was preserved, and now we have the language of Yahweh Tzvaot again. The Dead Sea Scrolls were written in ancient Hebrew script, with a smaller percentage of the scrolls written in Aramaic and even Greek, according to the DSS Collections website. The Masoretes who wrote the Masoretic text, which came with the dots and dashes in the 10th century. We have modern Hebrew that uses the vowel pointing system, which are the dots and dashes, also known as the nikud. The Masoretes put everything they made together and published the Masoretic Text Bible. They were very meticulous in writing the text so that it would be written accurately. We can safely say that because of the Masoretes, we can read Hebrew with the vowel points, and it is easier to pronounce the words in Hebrew if you know how to use the vowel points. In Hebrew, there are no vowels. We can conclude that Hebrew is Yahweh's language. It is the language of the set-apart scriptures. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts are than your thoughts. Isaiah 55:8. We know that He would never let His word be lost. His word is from everlasting to everlasting. Praise Yah for preserving the most beautiful language on earth. It is the language that He chose to speak to Israel through. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you next time. Shalom, shalom.